So I want to clarify something. So a friend of mine sent me, I guess some fucking guy made a video about when I lost my shit about the tool bans in Toronto. In Toronto, ban like prong collars, e-collars, all that stuff. I made a video and it was like, you know, by like my channel standards, it was like got a lot of views. It's not, you know, maybe like 1,500 people, which is not anything, but you know, a fair amount of people saw it, like I think like dog trainers and stuff like that, because I was like really angry. So one guy, he's like this little garden gnome. I didn't watch the video. I find him nauseating. He's just whatever he is, he sucks. So he made a video. He's all like he has some mystical system, right, where he doesn't really rely on tools. Like, people love saying that now. It drives me fucking nuts. I don't really need these tools, so when these tools get banned, it won't be a big deal for me. Like those dudes, Chad Mack and whoever the other guy is on that podcast, they love saying shit like that. They got some mystical system. I'm sure they'd be hard-pressed to train without tools, just like every other fucking trainer. Like, come on, give me a break. Well, I don't even use a leash. I just use a magic whistle and a special kind of tug, and that's it. That's all I do. Fucking assholes. It drives me nuts. But it's not even about that. So the reason I don't fuck the tools, and I am tool dependent to a large extent. Like one tool I couldn't train without is a star mark, because it's important for like shaping. Because it's like really low level pressure, and I don't like, it's like my version of a flat collar, because a flat collar, it puts pressure on their trachea, and this asshole that made this video about me loves flat collars, like and he like pulls up on them and presses their ass down. He does like this fucking 1960s version of molding, you know, like. But anyway, like tracheal pressure is bad, and I like using the star mark and using like light pressure, so I'm very tool dependent in that sense. But yeah, I mean, the tools, they expedite the process. They just, yeah, I need them. I don't know. Otherwise, like, go be a positive only trainer, or whisper to the dog, or whatever the fuck it is that all you guys who talk about you don't really need tools. And by the way, train dogs in New York City too. Let's see you do that, buddy. Let's see you take a fucking dog through Times Square on your flat collar with your whisper magic tug system, or whatever the fuck it is you do. Okay, so that's annoying. That sentiment that gets repeatedly expressed, and all it is it's people trying to market themselves. I think to a large extent, and it's also people are falling over themselves to sound as humane as possible. Because these tools are taboo, and what you should do is stand up and just be like, no, fuck you, of course I use them. Watch me use them, watch the dog, and you'll see it's not that big of a deal. But the real reason I was incensed in that video is because, and no one responds to this, I want to hear one of you motherfuckers, either the, you know, like the assholes from the podcast, sequential approximation, those dorks, or any one of the motherfuckers that loves talking about how they aren't tool dependent. I want to see you guys talk about why the breed bans and tool bans, they go hand in hand all the time. Do you not care about that? You know, every fucking trainer has a Malinois, which will never get banned, despite the fact that they're nuts and awesome dogs, amazing dogs. But they'll never get banned because they're used by police and military. Same thing with German Shepherds. But guess what will? Pit Bulls. If Cane Corsos get popular enough where people even know what they are, they'll get banned. I own those dogs, okay? Anything that looks kind of scary to, like, affluent white yuppies, you know, like, they're gonna get banned. So we're gonna have tons of Labradoodles. Awesome! You know? So you guys can go play your magic fucking tug with Labradoodles. Meanwhile, my dogs, which are essentially my family, they'll be illegal to own. They won't be bred anymore. Great. And you guys don't care about that. And I think you're assholes, because that's why I care. That's why I'm angry. I think you're annoying, this like sentiment that people put out, like, oh, I don't need tools. I think that's really annoying. What I think is, deplorable is that people seem not to care or notice that every place where tools get banned, breed bans go hand in hand 100% of the time. And there's a reason for that. A big powerful dog, you're going to need some tools to gain control over. You know, otherwise you're just restraining them with a fucking harness or a whatchamacallit, a flat collar. You know, like, come on, man. You're just not being honest. I want to see you guys train a crazy, you know, working line German Shepherd or working line Cane Corso in New York City using Magic Tug and flat collars. Okay? And whatever, in your social relational method, whatever the fuck that is, Dale. But it's not even about that. Like, I just think you guys are assholes. But whatever. And I also think you're pieces of shit because once, like, proper obedience training, because those tools are essential for training. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Once that gets essentially banned, which is what happens when you ban tools, then you're going to have all these dogs. Now all we're going to have left is Victoria Stillwell training. And you guys. You know, so, which means we're going to have more dogs suffering. So that bothers me. But really, it's that these tool bans are de facto breed bans. And no one seems to care. And I think you guys are gross for not mentioning that and for not caring. You know, and maybe you guys don't fucking care. You know, most of you are fucking like Republicans, so you only give a shit about your own, right? So you guys all have like Mals, or German Shepherds, or whatever, all these herding type breeds that'll never get banned. But for those of us that are pit bull type owners, or Corsos or Presa Canarios, you know, pit bull looking, scary looking dogs, we care. It affects us, and those are our families. So that's why I was upset in that video. Is that a good reason? Is that a good enough reason? Again, it's just about people's fucking ego and their desire to market themselves. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I'll go do something else. I don't care. You know? I went to NYU. I graduated with honors. Like, fuck you. I don't... Like, I'm just doing this. No, I like this. This is good. I get to help dogs. But, like, I could do other shit. You know? And, I'm not invested in it enough where I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out about that. But I am invested in my family and my dogs. And the fact that you guys don't care means you don't love dogs. And you're fucking assholes. So, there's my rebuttal, Dale. Thanks.